stunning. So apparently, through the use of LiDAR, they have discovered that there are enormous structures underneath the Great Pyramid that go kilometers deep into the earth with coils.
The greatest archaeological discovery in human history was just announced, and it's completely shattering everything we thought we knew about the pyramids and ancient civilization. On March 16th, researchers revealed findings from a revolutionary technology called synthetic aperture radar Doppler tomography that allowed them to see deep beneath the Giza plateau. What they found is mind-blowing. The Great Pyramid isn't just sitting on the surface. Massive structures extend down from its base into the bedrock to a depth of 648 meters. That's over 2,100 feet underground. 8 cylindrical wells arranged in perfect parallel rows, each containing intricate spiral pathways like enormous staircases descending into the darkness. At the bottom of these wells, 2 giant cubic structures measuring 80 meters across. But that's just the beginning. This entire network connects beneath the whole Giza plateau, reaching depths of approximately 2 kilometers, over a mile beneath the surface. This discovery makes it impossible to maintain the narrative that dynastic Egyptians built these structures as simple tombs. The engineering required to create something of this scale and precision at such depths is beyond what conventional archaeology attributes to ancient Egyptian civilization. For decades, alternative researchers like Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson have argued that the pyramids weren't just burial monuments, but sophisticated machines with functional purposes. Evidence shows the Great Pyramid can concentrate electromagnetic energy in its chambers and beneath its base when stimulated with the right frequencies. The pyramid's internal chambers naturally resonate at specific frequencies, harmonically connected to the Earth. Scientists have proven that when granite is vibrated at these frequencies, it can generate electrical energy. Were these massive underground structures part of an ancient power generation system that tapped into the Earth's natural energy? This discovery strongly suggests the existence of an advanced pre-flood civilization, possessing technological capabilities far beyond what mainstream archaeology acknowledges. Ancient texts speak of halls of knowledge beneath the Giza plateau, the legendary halls of Amenti, said to contain records from before a global cataclysm. Geological evidence supports the occurrence of a catastrophic event approximately 12,800 years ago, the Younger Dryas impact, that could have wiped out such an advanced civilization, leaving only their most indestructible monuments behind. Some will inevitably attribute these discoveries to extraterrestrial intervention, but this explanation fails to account for the immense challenges of interstellar travel. A more compelling possibility is that these structures were built by humans who possessed knowledge and technology that was subsequently lost. Perhaps more intriguing is the interdimensional theory. Many ancient texts, including the Bible in Ephesians 6:12, reference beings from unseen realms interacting with humanity, powers of this dark world, and spiritual forces in the heavenly realms. Could these structures have been built to interface with these other dimensions? The technology used to make these discoveries is well-established scientific methodology. 2 private companies specializing in satellite-based radar imaging, Capella Space and Umbra, provided high-resolution data that was analyzed by a team of experts. A comprehensive 4-hour presentation detailing all findings and methodology is forthcoming. This discovery demands a complete reassessment of human history. It suggests our past was far more advanced and complex than we've been taught. If these structures were indeed created to harness energy or store knowledge, understanding them could be crucial for our future. The most unsettling implication is that we've been living atop evidence of an advanced civilization without recognizing it. What other monumental discoveries might be hiding in plain sight? And what happens if we begin interfering with these ancient systems without understanding how they work? This isn't just about rewriting history books. It's about rediscovering our origins and potentially reclaiming lost knowledge that could change everything. For too long, mainstream archaeology has dismissed alternative theories about the pyramids as pseudoscience. But now, with hard data from advanced radar technology, the evidence can no longer be ignored. The questions that Graham Hancock, Randall Carlson, and other researchers have been asking for decades are suddenly at the forefront of archaeological discussion. The Great Pyramid of Giza has always defied conventional explanations. Built with over 2.3 million stone blocks, many weighing several tons, and constructed with such precision that you can't fit a credit card between its base stones. Its alignment to true north is accurate to within a fraction of a degree. These achievements were already difficult to explain within the mainstream narrative of ancient Egyptian capabilities. Now we must also account for these massive underground structures. How did a civilization, supposedly using copper tools and basic measuring techniques, excavate solid bedrock to depths of 2 kilometers? The sheer scale of this engineering feat would challenge even our most advanced modern drilling and construction technologies. The spiral staircases within these cylindrical wells suggest regular human movement between the surface and these deep underground chambers. What purpose could have driven ancient builders to create such elaborate subsurface architecture? And how did they solve the problems of air circulation, lighting, and structural integrity at these depths? Acoustic engineers have previously determined that certain chambers within the Great Pyramid naturally resonate at 440 Hz, producing an F-sharp tone. This frequency has long been associated with cosmic resonance and harmonic connection to Earth's natural vibrations. Now, with the discovery of these deep structures, the acoustic properties of the entire complex take on new significance. In 2018, scientists conducted experiments using radio waves at different frequencies to see if the Great Pyramid would interact with electromagnetic energy. Their findings confirmed that in a resonant state, the pyramid can concentrate electromagnetic energy in its internal chambers as well as under its base. The researchers found that resonance in the pyramid can be induced by radio waves with wavelengths ranging from 200 to 600 meters. Eric Wilson's 2019 paper, A Large-Scale Thermal Acoustic Generator, described how vibrated granite can produce electrical current. When certain types of rock are vibrated, electrons migrate through the stone and accumulate at the surface. By combining precise acoustics with specific geological materials, the builders of the pyramid may have created a sophisticated power generation system tuned to the natural harmonic frequency of the Earth. The Earth itself is constantly vibrating, primarily from tidal forces created by the Moon's gravity. If the pyramid complex was designed to capture and amplify these vibrations, it could theoretically generate unlimited clean energy through a technology we're only beginning to understand. The newly discovered cubic structures at the base of the cylindrical wells could be capacitors or storage chambers for this energy. Their precise geometric shape and placement suggest a functional rather than ceremonial purpose. The entire complex begins to resemble a massive machine rather than a monument. This interpretation aligns with ancient texts that describe the pyramids as energy houses or lighthouses rather than tombs. In fact, no intact burial has ever been found in the Great Pyramid, despite popular belief to the contrary. The sarcophagus discovered in the king's chamber was empty and lacks the ornate decoration typically associated with Egyptian royal burials. The discovery of these subsurface structures also correlates with long-standing traditions about underground chambers containing ancient knowledge. The Hall of Records, mentioned in various esoteric texts, is said to contain the history and technological understanding of an advanced civilization that preceded ours. Edgar Cayce, the famous American psychic, predicted that such a chamber would be discovered beneath the Sphinx, which stands just a short distance from the Great Pyramid. Perhaps most compelling is how this discovery aligns with geological evidence of a catastrophic event at the end of the last ice age. Around 12,800 years ago, Earth experienced a sudden return to ice age conditions during what scientists call the Younger Dryas period. Evidence suggests this climate shift was triggered by cosmic impacts that caused massive flooding, widespread extinctions, and potentially destroyed advanced human civilizations. Hancock and Carlson have long argued that the Sphinx and pyramids may predate dynastic Egypt by thousands of years, possibly serving as a message from this lost civilization. The weathering patterns on the Sphinx, which show signs of heavy rainfall erosion in what is now an arid desert, support this theory. Egypt's last period of significant rainfall ended around 5000 BCE, suggesting the Sphinx may be at least 7,000 years old, far older than conventional dating suggests. If these structures were built before the Younger Dryas cataclysm, they may represent the technological pinnacle of a civilization trying to preserve their knowledge for future generations. The deep underground chambers could have been designed to survive the catastrophic events they perhaps foresaw or experienced. The interdimensional theory adds another layer to this mystery. Throughout human history, across diverse cultures, there are accounts of beings from other realms interacting with humanity. These aren't necessarily extraterrestrials from distant planets, but entities that exist in dimensions adjacent to our own. The Bible references these beings in multiple passages. Ephesians 6:12 speaks of rulers, authorities, and cosmic powers over this present darkness. Genesis describes the Nephilim, offspring of the sons of God and daughters of men. Many ancient traditions worldwide include similar accounts of beings from unseen realms influencing human affairs. What if the pyramids and their newly discovered subterranean components were designed as interfaces between dimensions? Their precise mathematical proportions, alignment with astronomical bodies, and now these deep Earth connections might serve to create conditions where the barriers between realms become permeable. This could explain why pyramid structures appear across unconnected ancient cultures worldwide, from Egypt to Mesoamerica to Cambodia. Perhaps they weren't merely copying architectural styles, but independently discovering the same principles for accessing other dimensions or energy sources. The technology used to reveal these structures deserves attention as well. Synthetic aperture radar. Doppler tomography analyzes micro-movements typically generated by background seismic activity to create high-resolution, three-dimensional images of what lies beneath the surface. This method allows researchers to see through solid stone without destructive excavation. The implications of this discovery extend far beyond archaeology. If the Great Pyramid was indeed an ancient power plant tapping into Earth's natural energy, could we reverse engineer this technology? In an age of climate crisis and energy challenges, could the solution lie in a technology developed thousands of years ago and subsequently lost? Moreover, if these structures contain records or knowledge from an advanced predecessor civilization, what might we learn about our own origins? How might this reshape our understanding of human potential and history? The most troubling question may be, why was this knowledge lost? Did the catastrophe that ended this civilization also destroy most evidence of their existence? Or was this knowledge deliberately hidden, perhaps because it was deemed too powerful or dangerous for common use? As researchers continue to analyze these findings, we stand at the threshold of potentially the greatest paradigm shift in human history. The story we've told ourselves about our past, that civilization began with simple farming communities around 10,000 years ago and progressed in a relatively linear fashion to the present, appears increasingly untenable. Instead, we may be forced to consider a more cyclical view of human civilization, one where advanced societies have risen, reached technological heights, and then fallen, perhaps multiple times throughout Earth's history. Our own civilization may not represent the apex of human achievement, but merely the latest iteration in this cycle. The discovery beneath the Giza plateau forces us to confront the possibility that our ancestors were far more sophisticated than we've acknowledged. It challenges the narrative of inevitable progress that underlies much of modern thought and raises profound questions about what we might have forgotten. As we stand in the shadow of the Great Pyramid today, looking up at its weathered limestone exterior, we must now also consider what lies beneath our feet. A vast, intricate network of structures that may hold the key to our past and potentially our future. The truth, it seems, has been hiding in plain sight, waiting for technology advanced enough to reveal what the ancients left for us to find. The greatest irony may be that we've been dismissing the possibility of advanced ancient civilizations while standing directly atop the evidence of their existence. It's time to reconsider everything we thought we knew about human history and approach these monuments not just as testaments to the past, but as potential guides for our future.